What's up, YouTube? We're gonna be reacting to the flank, which is kind of like a CDL podcast. You know what I mean? They talk about everything that happens, and right here they're talking about the reactions to Scump retiring and his Call of Duty dead. So we're gonna see what they're talking about, and this will probably be chopped up a little bit, but yeah, let's get into it.
Being somebody who played against Scump, played with him, before I was a pro, I watched him and watched everything that he did, early on when he was young, and to see
Aches and these memes is hilarious, man.
the career that he's had, dude, to me, it's just like an incredible career, bro. And I feel like he's done so much for this esport and so much for COD competitive. And I just really feel like him and a lot of the guys over there really paved the way to allow us to do what we do and to get to the community where it is now. I think COD competitive has come a really long way, and I think somebody like Scump was a big part of that. So, I just want to show some love to him, man. I feel like when you take a step back, it's always hard. But, gentlemen, what's your initial thoughts? Ben, let's kick it off with you.
I mean, I think you summarized it well. I think a lot of people, competitors, fans, even people on the professional side of the business, I think a lot of people, when they started following this esport, they usually trace it back to either Matt or Seth or a combo or both in terms of content. And I think especially for players, obviously, it's a little bit predates that, but getting involved with those guys and the exposure of their brand. Along with that, I think it's a big loss for the esports. That's going to retire, as if we count outside of.
That's true. That is very true. The viewership that they get is about to drop. I mean, I'm not saying because yeah, Scump is that dude brings a lot to the esport itself. He was basically like LeBron James to the NBA is to Call of Duty.
Pure playing ability wins, for what he's done for the scene and brand and all that. Going to be up there with the greatest, if not the greatest of all time player convo. But I want to kick it to Chris and Pat. I don't know which one of y'all want to go first, and like your guys' thoughts as a competitor, like alongside or teaming with Seth or against him, and kind of what your thoughts are.
Well, I was never always on the best of terms with Seth, but I've always respected him as a competitor, and I've always acknowledged all the things he's done for the scene. Me and Pat both have been competing basically since this guy came up.
Whoa. Competing
what?
Before that guy came up.
Well, yeah, but me and you, at least I remember hearing of him back.
Yeah, I remember Aches. Aches was because that's right. Scump didn't start playing CDL till MW2. I started watching what used to be MLG, now is CDL, but I used to watch MLG in COD 4. I've been watching these dudes literally my whole life. That's just crazy, bro.
In Modern Warfare 2,
never can make it.
His rise to like the pro
bro.
level was like so quick. He ended up getting on like a team with like. You might know these guys or remember these guys. You remember Asian and Mainstream, those guys, and then he ended up getting on Fear, and then eventually on your team, Pat, which is where he started his dominance, right? Where you guys were really good on leverage and stuff like that. So man, I've been playing against this guy for a very, very, very long time, and I mean, I can't say more about his career. Playing against him all the time was always a pleasure. He was definitely one of those players that everyone wanted to beat, not only because they were obviously a part of Optic and how big that brand was, but also because the guy was really fucking good, really good at the game. He literally went out in his last match dropping a 1.2. Like, the guy didn't quit obviously because he couldn't do it anymore. The guy was still obviously a top talent, arguably the best on his team. I'm just surprised, honestly, because he said he was going to finish out the season, and I don't know what pushed him over to make the decision to quit. But I mean, it's saddening for people like us, a lot of the old heads that have known him for a long time. We always want to champion the people that are still playing, like Clay and Scump and all those guys. So yeah, honestly, just it's very sad.
Yeah, no, I agree. Pat, what do you think? I mean, Scump's he's a legend, bro. He's been around forever.
Yeah, me and Seth have been friends for a long time. I wouldn't say the best of friends, but we've definitely known each other a very long time as competitors. Like Chris kind of mentioned, like I picked Seth up in BO1. We had our first his first event win was with me back on the Quantic LVG days in 2011, which is crazy.
Damn, I remember that too. I remember this first event they won. Bro, that is crazy. This is like a shot down memory lane, man. How many years I've been watching this shit.
You think about that was 12 years ago.
Yeah, that's insane.
Legit
12
12 years
years
ago.
That's sick.
So yeah, I mean it's
I
crazy. I mean I think
15.
that
Hey dudes, it's your
I was
favorite
14.
doctor, lawyer, teacher, plumber, astronaut.
we obviously thought he was going to last to the end of the season, but regardless of kind of his talent on this game, I think it was clear that even when you hear he was debating it in the off season, right? Like I just don't think he enjoyed the competition as much anymore, and was ready to move on to bigger and better things.
That's what I said. You gotta still have the fire. It's like Tom Brady, for example. Like he's gonna retire because he's lost that fire. He don't have that fire in him no more.
Obviously talent was an issue. He was still probably one of, if not the best player on that Optic team. But yeah, I mean, it's just it sucks to see for the scene. I think Clay is like the last. Correct me if I'm wrong. Clay's like the last old head left of like all of the OG guys.
Chris is still playing.
Nah, it's not the same. It's
Well,
challengers.
I'm talking about in the CDL, and Chris
Also,
is like
I guess
stopped
Vance
and went
too.
back.
Vance too. He's pretty.
Yeah,
he's
Vance
pretty up
is a
there.
good is a good
Well,
one.
I'm thinking back to like COD 4, BO1, MW2 days. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people don't know this. What was, dude, Chris? You might remember. What was Seth's tag in MW2? Wasn't it Skylight?
Yeah,
It was Skylight, right?
He's VWS Skylight, bro.
Skylight, yeah. He was. Oh, guy.
I mean, there's a lot of guys, man, like Slasher, Clay, Attach, right? Octane.
But those were kind of like Gen 2. Those are all like Gen 2 guys. When I think like OG, I'm talking about like
MW2, bro.
Yeah, MW2. Like if you were competing in something competitive back then, that's like the Gen 1 for me.
I hated that.
But yeah, I mean, there's
MW2
obviously
though.
methods and everyone else, but that was kind of like BO2 and on. But yeah, I mean, it sucks to see. I think Nameless tweeted out like a Grim Reaper gif, like coming for Clay.
Oh,
'cause
yeah,
he's the
I
last
saw
one.
that. Yeah, I did see that.
It's
They
sad to
chose him
see, and
back.
it's interesting too, like what the CDL is going to look like when all those Gen 1 guys are fully gone. But I was kind of pissed. I was kind of pissed at Seth in his video, though. I was kind of pissed.
Why?
A little bit of contradictory information in it, Tom. I was a little upset.
What do you mean?
I'm gonna have to bring it up. Got it. It's on stream.
Read it out loud, Pat. Read it out loud. It's small on my screen. You gotta read it out for us. Go ahead.
It's too small for you?
Yep, too small for me. You gave me
Listen, hey.
my first shot alongside at Eggs. Couldn't be more grateful. Love you, my guy. Good luck in your future endeavors.
Yeah, but in the video, he said it was Ray. But I just wanted to clarify who Seth got his first few dubs with before he teamed with Ray.
Okay, I see
And he
what
only
you're
teamed
saying.
with Ray
I
for a
see.
year. You see what I'm saying? But it's all good. It's all love. I think Seth knows it's cool. It's a retirement video. We're not. It's all good. But
Nah,
yeah,
man.
no,
I'm sure
it sucks
Seth
to
remembers
see.
those times, man. Seth remembers those times. I'm sure
Absolutely,
he
yeah.
thinks about those days. And,
he just didn't want Ray to feel bad. Ray was in the room with him. He didn't want him to feel bad.
Yeah, but I mean, listen, for
X is an asshole.
me, bro, it's just I think it's gonna look great when Seth steps back. He's gonna be doing so much good behind the scenes now. I feel like Octane was saying the same. He's like, Seth might be able to do so much for the community not playing. He's gonna have a lot going on. He could do watch parties, and he said that they got a lot of stuff in the works. Like, he's still gonna be around, Pat and Ben and Chris. Like, he's still gonna be here, and I'm sure he'll still be involved. But how do you think it looks for the COD community? Like, what do you guys think?
I think it looks great for Warzone.
You think Seth is gonna play Warzone, or do you think he's gonna go play Warzone? I'm not really sure what he wants
see
to
him
do.
playing multiplayer. Personally, I don't see him playing multiplayer. I mean, maybe he'll play ranked when it comes out, but I imagine he's gonna be on his stream grind. He's got to play something. I just don't think multiplayer is the content that he would want to play.
Yeah, I'm not
Warzone
sure.
content right now is not exactly popping until they release some new stuff, so it's in a little bit of a lull. I think though he can be.
I mean, there's a lot of games coming out too. Yeah, I was about to say.
Like what? He can play like what? My man.
Hey Seth, if you're watching, man, we get you on some extra Defiant. See what you think.
I mean, that's one thing I was saying.
All right, that should be the first part of this video. I was just trying to get their initial reactions on his retirement. I mean, it's crazy. He really didn't finish the year and he just retired out of nowhere. But then they picked Dashy back up after all the trash talking that was going back and forth, which is cool. Like, you know what I mean? Everybody deserves a shot. Everybody deserves it. You can't hold grudges, man. That's one thing I've definitely learned in my life. Holding grudges will definitely get you nowhere. Definitely fuck you up in the long run. But I hope y'all enjoyed this content. Until next time, I'll see y'all later. Make sure y'all hit the sub button.